Hi, everybody. I wanted to share my season of becoming a med tech and what I went through to get there. And now that I'm past that season of my life, okay, I became a med tech about back in 2013. But I first started out at Prestige Commons, which is a senior living home not too far from my house. And I remember the Lord placed on my heart when I was taking care of a pediatric patient, one of my favorite patients that I will never forget. And I still go back and visit him to this day, him and his family. I wanted to pass meds before becoming a nurse. I wanted to see what it was like. So I worked there for about 4 months and I took their med class. And I remember after taking the med class, one of the nurses, I kept asking her, like, am I going to get a chance to pass meds? I don't know what it was, but I know after like a month or two, um, I didn't see myself, it might have been a couple of weeks to a month, I didn't see her putting me on the med card. And she never even budged to do it or even attempt. So I was like, okay, Lord, I know if you place this on my heart, you going to bring it to pass. I'm going to get a chance to be a med tech. So I remember him leading me to Winwood and Utica, Brookdale Senior Living. As you can see, I'm rocking the outfit that I used to wear to work back in 2012. I had a little pouch that we kept. And I worked there for about 6 months as a caregiver. Same thing as Prestige Commons, but just it was just different the way God worked it out for me. So I remember walking in after leaving my last job, Prestige Commons, and I was asking the boss, "Are you hiring?" And she simply just said, "I am now." And I remember getting so happy and walking back out to my car, praising God, like, God, I know you placed this on my heart, so I knew you was gonna bring it to pass. And I was just so excited, like, yes. So after I worked there as a caregiver, I met so many beautiful, wonderful people I worked with. And I remember getting checked off on meds on May 13th, 2013. And I will never forget that day. I was like, came over me, like, God, I know this is you and nobody else but you, and you're so good, and you're so faithful, and I know it's a reason that you're placing me here at Winwood. And I found out later it was a reason. I end up learning more diseases, more medications. I end up passing more halls and medications. And the other place I remember was only gonna pass 2 halls, and I had to learn both sides for each patient. Like it was like 10 on each hall. Where in Woodwood, I believe it was like 12 to each hall, and I remember passing 3 halls of meds, and some days 2 halls of meds, and it started out with one. And I remember being so stressed out, and I didn't believe in myself at first. Like, man, this is really hard, God. How do you see me doing this? Really? So I worked with some wonderful people, and I will never forget them. And they really were patient with me, and they helped me through the whole process. And I had some wonderful nurses I worked with. They treated me like gold, like they were angels sent to me. I believe God placed them beside me to help me through this season in my life because He wanted me to learn these meds. He wanted me to learn everything that He placed me there to learn. And as I look back, I bring tears to my eyes because I will never forget them. And I never thought I would be making a video about this. I'm 25 now, and I passed the meds. I believe I was 22 when I started passing meds, if I can remember. But I just wanted to share some things with you guys that I learned that's helping me now, because I just took care of a hospice patient last night, and I remember I gave albuterol to the patient last night, and she was having trouble with her breathing, and she was coughing a lot. And I know that's one of the stages for end of life patients. I remember I learned how to give insulin, and this insulin right here is called Lantus. Let's take it out the bag and show you guys. It's Lantus. This is one of the packs of meds that I used to pop, and it's called alprazolam. And I know I'm going to learn more about that at nursing school, and I'm super excited because I get to look back at this and say, oh, I remember passing this med, and now I know what it's going to be for and everything, the symptoms and side effects to it and all that good stuff, even though the nurses went over it with me back then. But it's been like at least a year, at least and a half since I passed meds. But God is still faithful. I learned about the fungi for nails. You get a fungus under your nails. That's a lot of stuff I learned. And then how to do eye drops. You can see eye drops. I learned about preparation H. I learned so many different types of insulin. This one right here this is Novolog I learned. God is so good. Like, I could like scream right now. Never thought I would be looking back like, this season is over. But now I'm with a multiple sclerosis patient. And I just found out today I'm learning about the vitamin B7, which is biotin. She's on that medication. I'm now learning about orthotics. And I remember keeping a watch on me for my vital signs I had to take for the patients because I had charts. We had to go by the charts, how the nurses set them up and whatever they had down for us to do, we had to do before giving the medication. I used to take blood pressures, and that's why I still carry my stethoscope everywhere. I love my stethoscope. I still have my keys that I used to get in rooms and my pen to check off when I would give a med, or if I had to go back for PRN medication to write in if it was effective or not, or if I had to, if they asked for another one within like 4 hours or 4 to 6 hours. Let's see. I received so many rewards. Like, this is a certificate. Says you make a difference. I love my patients. I treated them so good. I still miss them to this day. But I know there are seasons in life, and I know God doesn't make any mistakes. This is another certificate for being there for a year. Even though I started October 8th, 2012, and I stayed until October 1st, 2015. This one, I learned how to do skin assessments. Wonderful. Still keep my schedule. This is our schedule we had. I'm truly amazed at what the Lord has been doing in my life. I learned about precautions. Patient's room, you have to go in to protect yourself. We wore gloves. I learned how to do incident reports. Amazing. And I always kept this binder. It's something that they gave us when I first started with all the drugs in it and what they do. And I feel like God is going to do some works with this, because it's going to help me through nursing school. Because I trust and believe Him, and I know I'm going to get in there. That has to get passed. This is one of the PRN charts that we use for the medications when we had to sign our name in the back and write if it was effective or not. And I'll be able to report to the nurse. As you can see, I'm so organized. This was my binder. I had future nurse and I had deadlines, but God had other plans, and I'm okay with that, because this is His plan for my life, not mine. And I'm so happy. I watched how God just built my resume. Like, I'm so amazed how He went from The quadriplegic I took care of all the way up until now. Started on the neurology unit in about 2 or 3 weeks in the hospital. So he works in mysterious ways, and I know this was a full preparation for where he's taking me. And I know I'm going to be his registered nurse, and I truly trust him, and I believe. And I know that he had plans for me in my mother's womb, and I have no doubt. And I bought this thing a couple weeks ago. It says nurse on it. I'm claiming it. I don't know about y'all, but I fully trust my Jesus. I wanted to share this before I get off. This was when I was in medical careers in high school. I took so many pictures. And this is my Hesse book. I carry it everywhere. And I study it everywhere because I am determined and I believe God, he's going to do it for me. This is passed in the name of Jesus. Okay, I'm going to end it like this. I have a nurse's prayer that I say to myself every day, even though I'm not a nurse yet, I'm claiming it. And it goes, this is it, this is mine. It says, give to my heart, Lord, compassion and understanding. Give to my hands skill and tenderness. Give to my ears the ability to listen. Give to my lips words of comfort. Give to me, Lord, strength for this selfless service and enable me to give hope to those I am called to serve. And as I reflect back on the prophet, he told me that I was going to have a school and I'm going to train nurses. So I believe in God for that because I know he's not going to fail me. He's very faithful, and so far with the process, I truly trust and believe that I am going to be his registered nurse and I am going to have his school and train his nurses. And I'm going to tell them all about my journey and how good God is. And I am a spiritual, inspirational nurse because I was placed here. I feel in my heart to inspire other upcoming nurses, aspiring nurses, future nurses that might have lacking faith, as well as anybody else that's having trouble with faith. I am a true believer, and I am one that you can come to and ask about what God have done in my life and how amazing it is and how amazing he is. And I want you guys to stay tuned because I have more videos for you guys on Patria's story and the process of becoming God's registered nurse. I love you guys. Bye.